This video focuses on transfer test practice paper questions. A few tips: read the question carefully, check over your work, and if you're sitting an exam and you finish the test early, check over all of your work again. I have saved 20 coins in my money box. My money box contains at least 2 of each of the following. So we've got these list of coins, but we have at least 2 of each of those. What is the greatest amount of money I could have in my money box? Write your answer in the space below. So I've got 2 1p's, 2 2p's, 2 5p's, 2 10p's, 2 20's, and 2 50's. Because remember, you have at least 2 of each of those. So far we have used 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 coins. We are told that we have 20 coins, which means that we still have 8 coins left to use. Well, the question wants to know what's the greatest amount of money I could have. Well, if you want lots of money, you would choose the greatest value and you would have another 8. So I would have another 8 50p coins. Now we have to work out the total. So my 2 1p's give me 2p, 2 4p's give me 4p, 2 5's give me 10p, 2 10's give me 20p, 2 20's give me 40p, and then we have 10 50p's. 10 50's are £5 because that is 500. And then finally we've just got to add our values. 2 plus 4 is 6, 46, 66, 76, and we have to add it on to the £5. So £5.76 would be our answer. Look at the list of 6 numbers in the box: 18, 6, 56, 9, 54 and 13. You must select at least 3 numbers to complete the statements below. For each statement, select a number which makes the statement true. Write your answers in the space below. So, this question is testing our knowledge of factors, multiples and prime numbers. So question A then, which number is a factor of 24? Which means which number divides into 24? And of the options above, 6 divides into 24 without any remainders. My next question, B, which number is a multiple of 7? Which just means which number is in the 7 times tables. If I look at my numbers above, we've already used 6. And of the remaining numbers, 56 is a multiple of 7. And my last number, which number is a prime number? And a prime number is a number that is divisible only by itself and 1. Well, 18 can be divided by 6, 9 can be divided by 3, 54 can be divided by 9, and 13 can only be divided by itself and 1. A square number can be added to a prime number to make 39. There are 2 ways of doing this. One of the ways is given below. 36, which is our square number, 6 times 6, and 3, which is a prime number, add them together to get 39. What other square number can be added to a prime number to give 39? Well, we need to write out a few square numbers and a few prime numbers. So square numbers are numbers made by multiplying a number by itself. 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, 5 squared is 25, 6 squared is 36, and we've gone high enough because we need to total 39. Prime numbers can only be divided by themselves and 1. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, and I think we have enough. So between our 2 sets, we must choose 1 square number and add it to 1 prime number to make 39. If I have a look, I can take 16 and to it I can add 23 Let's just do our working out. 16 plus 23, and it does indeed add up to give me my 39. So my square number would be 16 and my prime number would be 23. Look at the two calculations below. Complete each calculation by writing the correct number in the space below. First question, 5 squared plus 14. 5 squared is 5 times 5, so that's 25 plus 14. Add those to get us 39. My next question, it is 7 squared minus 19.3. 7 squared is 7 times 7, so that's 49. And I have to take away 19.3. I'm going to write myself out a vertical sum. Do a little bit of subtraction, bit of exchange first. 10 take away the 3 gives me 7. Some more exchange. 18 take away 9 is 9. 3 take away 1 is 2. My answer would be 29.7. Look at the list of 5 numbers below. 24, 27, 17, 15 and 36. Complete each sentence below by choosing a number from the list. So which of the numbers is a prime number? Remember, prime numbers can only be divided by themselves and 1. And of the options above, 17 is our prime number. Which of the numbers is a square number? Remember, a square number is made by multiplying a number by itself. Our only square number is 36 because it's 6 squared. 6 times 6. And which of the numbers above is a cube number? And a cube number is made by multiplying a number by itself 3 times. So we can have 2 cubed. 2 times 2 is 4. Times 2 again will bring us up to 8. Oops. And then 3 cubed. 3 times 3 is 9. Times that by 3 again is 27. And it's there. So our cube number would be 27 because it's made by multiplying 3 by itself 3 times. Look at the 5 fractions below. 3 quarters, 1 half, 6 24ths, 1 eighth and 2 12ths. Eden writes these fractions in order from smallest to largest. Which fraction will be in the middle when Eden writes them in order? Write your answer in the space below. Well, first off, we need to put them all into the same denominator, and then we can put them in order. All of the numbers in the bottom, our denominator, they can all divide into 24. So we're going to turn them all into 24ths. 4 into 24 goes 6 times. 3 times 6 is 18. A half in 24ths, that's straightforward. This is 12 24ths. This is already in 24ths, so I don't have to do anything with it. 8 into 24 goes 3 times, so we multiply the top by 3. And my last one, 12 into 24 goes 2 times, and you times that by the top line to give you 4. So now they all have the same denominator, they're easy to put into the correct order. So if I look through my list, my smallest one is a 3 24ths, which is 1 eighth. My next smallest would be my 4 24ths, which is 2 12ths. The next smallest, if I go in order, would be my 6 24ths. My next, as we go towards the biggest number, would be my 12 24ths, which is 1 half. And the biggest fraction of the list would be my 3 quarters. So my middle fraction and my answer is 6 24ths. Right, next question then. Complete each statement below by writing the number in the box. 3 eighths of 56. To find a fraction of a number, I need to divide by the bottom, which was 8. So 8 into 56. And then I have to multiply by the top, which was 3. 8 into 56 goes 7 times. And then if you times that by 3, you get 21. My next question, 8 is 2/6 of something. So we have a whole number that's been divided into 6 pieces. And we're told that 8 is 2/6 of it. So this section and this section. If that makes up 8, well, each of those must be 4. 4 and 4. and every section, every sixth is the same size, so they're all 4. So 6 times 4, my answer is 24. The pair of fractions in A and B below are equivalent fractions. Equivalent meaning the same size. Write in the missing numbers in the box. Well, 4 somethings is the same as 12/18. Well, what have I done to 4 to get to 12? I've multiplied it by 3. So what do I multiply it by 3 to get to 18? Well, I can go the opposite way and divide it by 3, and that would be 6. Bottom question, what have I done to 35 to get to 5? I've divided it by 7, so I must do the same to the top and divide that by 7. Gives me my answer of 3. Complete each statement below by writing the correct number in the box. 2/9 of 54. Again, we have to divide by the bottom, so 9 into 54, and multiply that answer by 2. 9 into 54 then goes 6 times. Times that by 2 gives you 12. And 6 is 2/7 of something. So the whole thing has been broken into 7 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're told that 6 makes up 2 of those pieces. 1, 2. So each of those must be 3 to give us a total of 6. And each of the sevenths are all the same size. So every one of them is 3. So 3 times 7, 21. What is a third of 7.2? All we're doing is simply dividing 7.2 by 3. 3 into 7 goes twice, 1 left over. 3 into 12 goes 4. Your answer is 2.4. Look at the statement below. There is a missing number. What number makes the statement true? Write the number in the space below. 80 is something percent of 160. So, how many 80s are in 160? There's 2 of them, meaning 80 is half of 160. Half as a percentage is just 50%. Similar question again, write the number in the box that makes the statement below true. 30 is something percent of 90. Question is basically asking you how many 30s are in 90, and there's 3 of them, meaning 30 is 1/3 of 90, and 1/3 as a percentage is 33. A map has the following scale. 1 centimetre represents 10 kilometres. 2 villages are 4 centimetres apart on the map. What is the actual distance between the villages? Write your answer in the space below. So 1 centimetre equals 10 kilometres. We're asked to work out what 4.8 centimetres is in kilometres. So to get from centimetres to kilometres, we're just multiplying it by 10. So if we multiply 4.8 by 10, we get 48. My next question, 2 car parks are 10.3 kilometres apart. How far are the car parks on the map? So again, remember, 1 centimetre is 10 kilometres. We're asked to convert 10.3 kilometres back into centimetres. So to go from kilometres to centimetres, we divide by 10. So we have to divide 10.3 by 10. It's a matter of moving our decimal point 1 place to the left to give us 1.03 centimetres. 2 small towns called Barton and Boham are connected by a long straight road. The signpost below is located on the road between the towns. So Barton, we will go 3.2 kilometres this way to our left, and Boham, we go 1.9 kilometres to our right. If you were to imagine standing in the centre, and you have to work out how I get from Barton all the way over to Boham. All you've got to do is to add the 2 numbers. 3.2 plus 1.9, 3 and 2 are 11, 1 over, giving me 5.1 as my answer. Look at the statement below. A plus 2.6 equals 6.1. Use this statement to complete the two statements below. Well, the first thing we need to do is work out this value of A. So we can put it into a sum. We can take our 2.6, and if we subtract that from 6.1, we will find out what A is. I will write out a vertical sum. I'm going to need to do some exchange. 11 take away 6 is 5. 5 take away 2 is 3. So now we know A. A is 3.5. And now we can simply slot that into the two questions below, and we can get our two answers. So 13.4 plus 3.5. 4 and 5 are 9, decimal points all kept in a line. 3 and 3 are 6, and 1. 16.9. And my last question, 13.4, and we're subtracting 3.5. 4 take away 5 we cannot do, so a little bit of exchange. 14 take away 5 is 9, keep your decimal points in a line. 2 take away 3 you cannot do, so more exchange. 12 take away 3 is 9, so your answer for the second question is 9.9. Use the sequence of 3 patterns below. In each pattern, small triangles are used to make bigger triangles. Pattern 1 has 1 small triangle, pattern 2 has 4 small triangles, pattern 3 has 9 small triangles, as we can see in the drawings. And they've put the same information into a table. Pattern 1's got 1 triangle, pattern 2's got 4, and pattern 3's got 9. We have to work out how many small triangles will be in pattern 5, pattern 6, pattern 7, and pattern 8. Pattern 1 has 1 triangle, pattern 2 has 4, and pattern 3 has 9. Let's work out the sequence then. So we're going to work out how many are in 4, 5, 6, 7. If we want, we can keep going. Pattern 8. So there are two ways to do this. So what have we done to get from 1 to 4? We've added on 3. Then we've added on 5. So it looks like we're going up in odd numbers. If I want, I can go and I can add on 7. So 9 plus 7 would bring me up to 16. Then I could add on 9, which would bring me up to 25. Then I can go and I can add on 11, which would bring me up to 36. Then I can add on 13, which would bring me up to 49. Then I can go and add on 15, which would bring me up to 64. That does give us all our answers, but there's an even easier way. We could look at our pattern and our sequence going this direction. 1 squared gives me 1. 2 squared gives me 4. 3 squared gives me 9. Pattern 4, if you just square that, you get 16. Pattern 5 squared gives you 25. Pattern 6, if you square 6 by multiplying it by itself, you get 36, and so on. The series of patterns below is made using a mixture of white and shaded tiles. Pattern 1 contains 4 tiles, 2 white and 2 shaded. So if we look at pattern 1 first, it's got 2 shaded, and above and below it's got 1 white. Pattern 2's got 3 shaded, above and below it's got 2 white. Pattern 3 has 4 shaded, above and below it's got 3 whites. First question. If this series of patterns is continued, what is the total number of tiles in pattern 4? Write your answer in the space below. Well, pattern 3, you can see it had 4 shaded tiles. So pattern 4, it will have 5 shaded tiles. Above, it will have 4 white. Below, it will have 4 white. If we just do a little bit of mental maths and add those numbers together, 5 and 4 are 9, plus another 4, brings me up to 13 tiles altogether. Question B. Another pattern in the same series has 9 shaded tiles. What is the total number of tiles in this pattern? Write your answer in the space below. Well, if it has 9 shaded, above it must have 8 white, and below it must have 8 white. Again, a bit of mental math, so we can add our numbers together. 9 and 8 are 17, plus another 8, 25 tiles in total. Question C. Look at pattern 3. What percentage of the pattern is shaded? Write your answer in the space below. Well, a close look at pattern 3. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 10 tiles in total, and there are 4 of them shaded. So we're asked to turn this fraction into a percentage. That one's straightforward, 40%. Question D. Another pattern in the same series has 10 white tiles. What is the total number of tiles in this pattern? Well, if it has 10 white, 5 of them must be above the shaded tiles and 5 of them must be below. So if we look at our sequence, the shaded tiles are always 1 more than the white, so there must be 6 in the centre, giving me a total of 16 tiles. Mark makes a sequence using this rule. Take half the previous number and then add 2. Using this rule, write the 2 missing numbers in Mark's sequence below. So let's just look at an example first. Here we have 42. If we take half of that, which is 21, and then we add 2, which gives me 23. So he's followed that sequence to get from 42 to 23. If I'm on 156, I have to half that number, so we're going to divide it by 2. 2 into 1 does not go, 2 into 15 goes 7 times, 2 into 16 goes 8 times. Then I have to add on 2. So my next number in the sequence would be 80. And let's just check that. If I have 80, first step of the rule is to half it, which gives me 40. Then add 2, which gives me 42. Now we're on 308 and we have to find the previous number. Well, because I'm going the opposite direction, I just go the opposite direction in my rule. So my first step, instead of adding 2, I subtract 2. So we have 308 and we're taking away 2 to give us 306. And then, instead of taking half of the number, we're going to double the number. So it's 306 and we're going to multiply it by 2. 6 times 2 is 12, 1 over 6. 2 times 0 is 0 plus your 1. 2 times 3 is 6. So 612 would be our first number. And let's just check, because it is important to check over our answer. The first step in your rule is to half it. So 612 halved would be 306. And if I add on 2, it does give me that 308. So both of our answers are correct.